Hey YouTube. Um, Today, um, I woke up in a state I've never experienced other than once before. Um, I woke up after dreaming for countless hours, and I looked up on the internet all these different little, symptoms. I looked up why do I feel like I'm still dreaming yet I'm awake, and it's there's something that I can't really explain. It's really hard to explain because it's something you kind of have to experience yourself through through your own eyes. It's something so so disturbing. Like right now, this match, when I look at it, it doesn't feel real. Like I can feel it, I can touch it. If I touched it, I I mean, I can feel like it's there. Like I know it's there, but I don't feel like it's really there. Like I'm really touching things. Like, okay, this all started a very long time ago. About 9 or 10 months ago, I started smoking spice, this K2 or Serenity or whatever you wanted to call it. And the features about this spice is it's really addictive. There was days I would go where when I would smoke a whole 3 grams of spice in a week, and then I wouldn't have it for a day, and I would be so depressed, and I would wanna like just sleep all the time, and and I mean, throughout my life I've done a lot of drugs. I'm not gonna lie. I've done ecstasy, heroin. No, I've not done heroin. I've done ecstasy, PCP, and acid. I've smoked weed thousands of times in my life. And recently I started smoking spice because it's so easy to get. It's so I mean, you could go buy 3 grams for $20 and that would last you a week. And I mean, I would smoke it out of these one hitters, and I would smoke it, you know, probably 20, 30 times a day, just one hit, and it would make me really super high. And I hated it after so long of doing it because it would put me in a perception that everything felt like it was like everything I looked at looked like a bubble. Like everything looked bubbly. Like this pack of matches, it's red. It would look bubbly to me. And one day, I smoked way too much of it, and I had I went into shock. I went into complete shock. I convulsed on my bed. I was convulsing, and I felt like I was in reality, and everything around me was just blurry. And um, I said, I'm not gonna die today. I'm not gonna die today. And I stayed awake that whole day, and I was so terrified to go back to sleep. But recently, I stopped smoking it. This has been probably week 2 of me not having any spice at all. Not one smoke, not one anything of spice. Um, because after that incident, I was so scared to even touch this stuff because I was so afraid of losing grip with reality and ending up going into a panic attack and then dying. But I've had some recent family split in my life where part of my family has now disowned and left us. And I looked up online. This depersonalization disorder is what everyone's been calling it, what they've been talking about it, and it's really convinced me that that is exactly what it is, and it feels like that's exactly what it is. So today, I woke up and I was just sleeping like normal, like, man, I'm tired, I need to go to sleep. And then I woke up and my eyes, I looked up and I saw my closet, and my eyes started shaking like really fast left and right, and then I could see like black, like it was black from just part of the room, just complete blackness, like my eyes were going like that, but they weren't. They were wide open, and like I was, my heart was racing, and I was going, and then I snapped out of it. I snapped out of it, and I fell over, and I tried to walk, and I couldn't. I fell down, and I just sat there and cried for 20, 30 minutes before I finally found myself. I was outside, sitting in the sunlight, smoking a cigarette, and I just said, that was so bizarre, because I've never been in reality, like I've never been not high and experiencing this kind of feeling before, but when I have, it scared me so much that I hated it. So I looked it up online tonight, and everyone who's been talking about this depersonalization disorder, they really have reached out to me, and I feel like I don't. I feel a little bit more comfortable with this disorder, because I feel like, it might be somewhat easy to control, but right now it feels like I'm still in a dream. Like it really feels like I'm still dreaming right now. It feels um, like it hurts to be awake, is what I'm trying to say. It hurts, to function, to talk, to move, to even walk. It's not a very fun feeling at all. And I'm pretty sure it's because of me smoking the spice for so long that it's put holes in my brain to the point where it's like, I'm not functioning right, and I don't see reality really the way it is. And so I went out and bought some vitamins, and I've been taking vitamin D, and I'm hoping that my depression, or whatever that this is, and it helps my panic attacks stop. I guess it's not very fun. I wish I could explain this a little bit better, but only the people who have actually had this experience in their life can actually feel what it feels like to not be in reality. It's just like, it feels like I'm living a lucid dream, but I'm actually awake, and it hurts. It's not fun. So I just wish I could come back to reality, like the way I used to see it, the way I used to, feel about, waking up every day and being like, oh man, I gotta go to school today, and all this shit. And but it's it's terrifying. It feels like I'm living in a video game, and things don't seem like they're really there, but when I touch them, my mind is like, that's not really there, but it really is. And I I have no idea, since this is day one of the way I've been feeling. I've never had an actual day where I felt like I was still dreaming, but I was like, awake. So I just made this YouTube video just to tell you guys, what it's like, what it feels like to be in my situation. So, warn you against, the dangers of this smoking this spice, and smoking any other hallucinogenics. They will fuck with your head. They will fuck with your head. It doesn't matter what you're smoking, if it's weed or spice or taking, acid. It's gonna fuck with your head to the point where one day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be in a trance that you can't get out of, and it's hard. It sucks, but there's not much I can do about it besides just keep living. So that's pretty much how I feel.